Hello, Earthlings. Good morning, everyone. Aaron here, aka AJ, aka Papa. It is January 17th, 2020, and I am back with another vlog to feast your eyes and ears upon. Indubitably so, you little ruffians. Hello, natural light. Are we so happy to have natural light today? I am telling you, it's been gloomy for so long, and like not just normal gloomy, but dark, dark gloomy. So I'm super happy to have, even it's overcast, but it's bright outside, and I'm happy for it. So I can use natural light. Lovies. Ugh, I need some vitamin D up in my situation. Also, I should mention that the renovation upstairs continues, so you will probably hear people walking around and all kinds of craziness upstairs again, and that's just the way it is. So, after complaining yesterday about how my body was still in so much pain and how I was thinking that maybe it was time to start consulting doctors about my pain issues, today I woke up and the pain is just gone. I did my yoga last night per usual, and I really stretched things out, and it felt pretty good. I felt strong. My stretch is increasing. It's actually kind of crazy how much more bendy I am in just a couple of weeks of stretching every night. So I'm noticing some improvement, and today no pain, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy when I have days like that, because it means I can really just focus on the day and not on, pain management or feeling, whatever about things. So super excited for today. I did read quite a bit in Uncle Silas last night, which was good. It's gotten out of that kind of melancholy, melodramatic portion of the book, and now we're back into like the action of it, the action of what's happening with her and where she's moving, and all of this stuff is great. And we're finally starting to get the actual story on what actually happened with Uncle Silas, which is pretty good because we've been dying to know for all this time. So that book is going well, although I can tell you I'm not even halfway through and I'm growing weary of it, and the dialogue and the language of it is so dense. It's really not anything that you can power through and read quickly because it's in old Victorian language, and so it's rough. I last night for the first time was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this book or not, but we're gonna try. And it's pretty rare that I don't finish a book when I start it, but gosh, it's getting, cumbersome to read. Also, don't think that I've forgotten about working on the music stuff. I haven't forgotten about that. I have worked on it every day. Actually, yesterday I put some music to something I wrote some time ago, and it turned out pretty nice, but it's not polished yet, and I didn't want to put it out into the web world yet, but I am working on it and working on getting it polished and practiced and rehearsed, so eventually I can actually like either record it or do a video of me playing and singing it. So that I'm still doing, guys, and I'm proud of me for that, because there's just really no way that I'm going to reach my goals in the music world without, rehearsal. So good for me. Yesterday I sat down and got in my journal, and that was part of the homework for the video yesterday, but it felt good to get down to the journal and just do some writing and put pen to paper, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. Alright guys, so that's kind of what transpired between yesterday and today, so let's get on to quote of the day. It comes from Tony Robbins. I'm sure you're familiar with him. If you're not, look him up. He's an inspiring individual. And quote of the day goes a little bit like this: "It is what you practice in private that you will be rewarded for in public." All right, guys, so another great quote from Tony Robbins, and this one is going to kind of tie into something that I said yesterday when I was listening to Wayne Dyer's The Secrets to Manifesting Your Destiny. He had said something about keeping your aspirations and the things that you are focusing on manifesting private to yourself, and that shocked me, and it's something that I had never heard another kind of spiritual guru say, but as I did some research yesterday, I came across it more often than not, and I was surprised that that was something that I had never made point of noting before. Because of what I found out about that, we're not going to be speaking specifically about my goals. And that was initially my thought process. Like, I'm going to walk you through actually what my process is for creating my goals and achieving my goals. But what we're going to do is, as I go through the process of achieving the things that I wrote down yesterday, I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing. So, not specifically my goals, but the process by which I am trying to, or I am manifesting my goals. All right, so first and foremost, don't go running around telling everyone that this is what you're going to do. It's a lot of pressure, guys, and we can infuse a lot of what other people tell us into our subconscious mind. And I think that's what this is getting at, right? So if you've got people in your life who are naysayers, and you say, well, I'm going to do this big, huge thing, and I'm going to do it by laws of attraction or manifestation. There are quite a lot of really well-meaning people who will look at you and call you crazy or say that's a pipe dream or that's not, and they can say a number of things and they can mean it in a well-meaning way, but that can filter into your subconscious and become part of the ego speak that really hinders your kind of progress spiritually. So don't go running around telling everyone what it is you're working on. They will see the results of it when it's all done, said and done. Don't kind of open yourself up to criticism. Just allow yourself to be not secretive, but just kind of private about what it is that you are doing, because really this manifestation process it's kind of a private process. It's very kind of magical, and it's personal, and it involves a lot of deep internal emotion. And just generally speaking, that's a process that you're going to do by yourself or maybe with a qualified therapist. But even then, those therapists are going to be very science-based, and we're talking about something on the spiritual realm that maybe not every therapist is going to be on board with. They should be supportive no matter what, but they may not understand and be able to assist in this portion of it. And that's not me discounting any sort of counseling or therapy, because by God, if you need it, you go get it, and I'm dead serious about that. So we're going to kind of keep things to ourselves, and we're going to make sure now that we are sanctioning off a little bit of time every day. And it doesn't have to be a ton. It can be like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. But the purpose of this time moving forward and for the next oncoming, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, however long that it takes, we are going to make a practice of what we wrote down, the visualization of the goals that we want to create or manifest. We are going to read that every day. Now, we need to read it and emotionally invest in it while we're reading it. And as things pop into our head, we need to make note of that. So if we're reading through, kind of a breakdown of what it is you want to manifest. So say you're trying to manifest a different job, and as you're reading through the description of the job, something pops in your head like, oh, maybe I should check into this. Write that down and check into it. That is inspiration speaking to you. And you should always find and see through those moments of inspiration. So have a pen handy while you're reading through these things, but sanction off time and read these passages that you've written every day. As little ideas jump into your head, don't discount anything. No matter how stupid it sounds, no matter how crazy it sounds, always follow the inspiration that comes by reading these passages. Write them down, see them through, research the ideas that you come to, and just see them through from start to finish, okay? And that is something that a lot of times we will get little moments of inspiration and then discount them really quick because they sound crazy or nuts or whatever, or, kind of like they won't matter if you do it. Well, just do it, because a lot of times we don't understand the steps to the thing that we're trying to get. And because if we already knew the steps, if we understood the steps, we'd be there already, but we obviously don't. So trust that sometimes you will end up doing things. If you are trusting the process, you will do things that don't make sense to you per se, and that's good. It's part of the process. It's part of breaking out of the shell, because you can't do what you've always done and expect to get a different result. Now, next, after you have read the passages every day and you've written down things that, little inspirations that have popped up, you're going to research those and see those through, and that's part of the process as well. But the next thing that we are really going to do is I just need you to take like 5 or 10 minutes to, after you've read those passages, added to them or detracted from them, wrote down little inspirations. Remember, it's a process of fine-tuning that vision, right? Okay, so you're going to do that every day. But after you've done that, you need to close your eyes and just envision yourself in that situation. Try to feel the emotions of you in that moment. Just really visualize it. And I know it seems silly, I'm asking you to daydream, but just for once, close your eyes, give yourself a little bit of time, and just indulge yourself in a little daydreaming, okay? And I really want you to focus on feeling what it would feel like in that moment. Don't dwell on the process. Don't spend time thinking about how you got there or the story of how it came to be, but just the end result, just what it looks like for you to have already had it, what clothes you'd be wearing, what situation you'd be in, how happy you'd be, the type of people that would be around you, the kind of life that you would be living, the kind of house that you would be in. Not the process getting there, but the things that you would have, the emotion that you would have, and the kind of person you'd be if you realized those dreams and those aspirations. 10, 15 minutes, the longer you can do it, the better. If you've got the time, just make it happen, okay? Visualization is key. So that's step 3. So step 1, review everything daily. Step 2, write down, amend the things that you read every day, and write down any inspirations. See them through from start to finish. Step 3, visualization. 10 minutes every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can spare. Spend some time visualizing you in the end result. Not the process, just the end result. The 4th thing that I'm going to ask you to do, and it's the last step that we're going to talk about right now, and that's just if whatever you're trying to achieve is a skill-based thing, you need to practice that skill every day, and you need to practice it privately by yourself where you have time to freely create without any sort of external judgments coming into you. So if you are looking to become, a musician, don't practice in front of people, and don't record yourself practicing and then put it out into the world for judgments. Only give yourself that time to practice, to learn, to just exist in the creative process, or just exist in whatever process it is that you need to practice in order to get to where you need to get at. So if you are wanting to become a lawyer or try to get into law school, what are the things that you need to do to practice every day in order to be the best that you can be and optimize your chances? So that's step 4. Step 4 is practice whatever skill set every day. Practice every day whatever skill set it is that will help you achieve what it is that you need to achieve. So 4 steps, and that's all I'm going to ask you to do. You need to do them daily. I'm going to check in with you and remind you of those 4 steps every day. And guys, we're going to see some results, so it's pretty exciting. So with that being said, I'm going to remind you of the quote of the day, which is, whatever you practice in private, you will be rewarded for in public. So remember that, guys. Practice these things in private. They need to be a daily practice, but whatever you do practice for, you will be rewarded for in the public. So remember that, guys. Tony Robbins knows it, and apparently every other guru in the world knows that there's some private practice is necessary in order for you to be rewarded in the public, and that is pretty interesting news. It's probably held me back a little bit because I've always been very public about what it is I'm trying to achieve. And maybe that's hindered me a little bit. I've still achieved a lot, but maybe not as much as I could have. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Have a great day. Hey guys, how's it going? I am home from all of the lovely working I did today, and everything went well. I only delivered for a little while just because it was kind of slow tonight, and I just wasn't feeling it that much. But anyway, we are home safe and sound, and I'm cooking Zach a little dinner, and I'm getting a kombucha set up for my mom, and that's about it. We're just gonna chillax, and I will talk to you guys first thing in the morning tomorrow. Bye!